Hello guys, welcome back. Today I'm bringing you an Age of Empires 4 build order for the French, and this one is going to be a double stable night rush. So I say stables, it's actually the school of cavalry and a stable, but yeah, it's kind of a full sort of all-in night rush with the French. So the French have really strong knights, and it's really good to be able to take advantage of that, especially if you end up with two groups of knights that you can just go around attacking different parts of the enemy base. It's going to be really strong. Anyway, so first of all, you probably just saw that the first villager that came out went onto the sheep. So we're actually having 8 on sheep. So the first one that came out went sheep along with the existing villagers, and then the next one to come out is going to make a house and then go over to sheep as well. Following on from that, the next 3 that come out are going to go over to gold. And as you can see on the left hand side of the screen, we do actually have the full build order that we're going to be following, just to make it a little bit easier for you to follow along as we do the build. So I'm actually using a recorded game or replay from within the game, so it's like I'm casting it or spectating, just because I think we can just keep an eye on what's happening a little bit easier for me, from me doing that. I'm going to speed it up a little bit though, so I'm going to put it on double speed just to make things a little bit quicker. But yeah, it's a really strong build order. Now you might find that within Age of Empires 4, unlike Age of Empires 2, I think army composition is probably more important in the early game than it is in Age of Empires 2. So you might not necessarily want to go for a 2 stable night rush, but I do know it's quite a popular strategy. As you can see, we're just sending 3 over to wood. There we go. And then in a minute, we just need another 30 food, taking 1 off wood, and he's going to make the school of cavalry, like so. And then following on from that, we're sending 4 new villagers over to deer. I'm going to hunt this deer, and we're also going to take 4 off of sheep to send over there as well, because as you can see, we've not really got that many sheep around the town centre at the moment, and a little bit scared that this might run out. So I think if we can do that, it's just going to delay the need for farms a little bit more. So as you can see, the survival techniques technology is being researched within the mill there, so that actually increases the hunted meat capacity, carry capacity for the villagers, and also the gather rate by 10%. Now the deer or meat gathering is already one of the fastest, if not the fastest, method of gathering within the game. So once we've got the 4 on there, we've sent 1 over to join in building the school of cavalry, and then the next ones are going to come out to gold, and then we're going to send 2 more over to wood. So we're just going to send another 2 to wood, like so, as you can see with the gather point there. And then following on from that, we're going to send these builders from the school of cavalry over to gold. And then I'm just going to pull 1 off of wood and make a second stable, or make a stable. And then after that, it's pretty much just a case of adding another 4 onto sheep. And then we're going to send another 5 over to gold. So we're going to have quite a lot on gold. Now for double night production, and to be able to still look at progressing to the next stage and everything else, we do need quite a few on gold. So we're actually going to be having 11, but you should see that we're going to be able to just keep maintaining night production. As you can see, we've got 2 queued up in both of those at the moment. Let's say we just wait for another load more to come out. I think it'll put us up to 11 on gold by the time they've all come out. But food production is pretty well. That's going pretty well. That's very much due to this survival techniques, hunting deer. It really helps with not perhaps needing quite as many villagers on food as perhaps we ordinarily need. So just going to keep getting houses. We should be able to drop a blacksmith soon as well, and get some armor technologies for them. Probably want the ranged armor technology. We did get chivalry as well at some point, I think. Oh no, it's still there. Not quite got chivalry yet, but you should be able to get chivalry. So what the chivalry technology does is actually makes your real knights generate 1 health every second when they're out of combat. So really good strategy, or really good technology to have. And as you can see, we're still maintaining constant night production there. and we've got 7 knights at the moment, so we'll have another 2 to that in a minute. But I do find with Age of Empires 4 it's quite difficult to actually come on and do some raiding and stuff, because the range of the town centre is very large, and it's also quite tough as well. It causes quite a lot of damage even to these royal knights. So what I would suggest, if you can, do target the barracks with your knights. Try and rip the barracks down if you can. If you're struggling to get into woodlides because the town centre is protecting them, for example, do perhaps try and take down the barracks, because the spearmen, a nice little mass of spearmen, will definitely counter any knights that you've got. So yeah, you need to be very, very careful with those. So at this point it's just a case of sending some more onto berries, try and get that food economy up, and you know, start looking at advancing to the next age. As you can see, we're still maintaining production, just got chivalry in now, and we've still got constant knight production, so more and more knights coming in as well. So very strong, very powerful build if you're able to get in on the enemy, especially, I mean, if they're out here with these deer, they would all be gone. Quite often the mining camp or the gold there is quite accessible, but as you can see, that's why it's a good idea to put a little defensive outpost there. But that, my friends, is it for this build order. You might want to look at a further build order I'm going to be releasing, which is knights with archers. So it'd be just a school of cavalry with some archers, and that's purely going to be just because it makes countering spearmen a little bit easier, and it just helps you to protect your knights. Obviously you won't have as many knights, but it's certainly going to be quite a good one. But that's it. I shall see you on the next one.